Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First one, finally, Oscar. What's up, man? Thanks for coming up. Yeah, back in the 321, Spirit Airlines. We're flying out of Chicago again. I know we did this like 2 months ago or something. We went down to Fort Myers, but this is completely different. Okay, this is a different aircraft. This aircraft is actually, again, I'm using Volanta, so all the aircraft that I have in my fleet, they're actually like in their proper place. That aircraft that we flew to Fort Myers is still there. I gotta fly to Fort Lauderdale because that's his proper home, like off stream. And this aircraft, I think this aircraft came in here from Fort Lauderdale. I told you guys, and it's been sitting here since Valentine's Day of this past year. So we're gonna take it down to Fort Lauderdale to its proper home. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale has 2 aircraft, 2 321s. We're taking her down to a proper home of somewhat Miramar, Florida, wannabe Fort Lauderdale. And how about we get in here and get her started? And by the way, the big Fenix update just released Monday, and I was gonna be doing like Boeing streams, but since this release, like I just had to, had to stream it. And by the way, there's actually a storm coming, I think, maybe over there on the horizon. So let's try to get ourselves out of here as fast as possible. And again, speaking of the big Fenix update, means the Neos are next. Means the Fenix Neos are next. Probably like first quarter next year, maybe summertime next year. Hopefully sooner. Obviously, I absolutely love the Neos. But let's hop in here and let's actually have let's actually go ahead and listen. By the way, the battery, I don't know why it's not charging. I don't know. Like I'm down to 19% on this thing. Is there a way to freaking charge this? Hold on. There's got to be a way, because this is so annoying. I'm not gonna have like a way. And none of this is activated either. Like, I'm not gonna have a way to like listen to anything or to see anything because the freaking tablet dies halfway through. Is this what it is? Okay, first of all, we're gonna link it all together. They changed a lot of the settings. That's what they did. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna leave it at this. Let's go ahead and start this plane up, and we are gonna juice up those sounds because these sounds are juicy. I've done 2 full practice flights, so we're gonna go ahead. Oh, I know why it's not charging. So we're going to go ahead and juice up the sounds and get that started. Let's see if you guys can hear a difference. And the stutters begin. Awesome. So, first of all, displays are a little different, right? And you guys are going to see a difference already in the LCD screens. Or not LCD. Already in the screens are a little more reflective. And believe me, you're going to really see a difference. So see if you can hear it. Yep. So they completely changed how the AC system works. You see how different this looks already? I don't know, maybe it's just from my perspective. Oh, and also, you know what? They made new sounds. New sounds for the IAEs. So we're gonna have a howdy time today with Spirit. And if you guys say Spirit is bad, you guys are a bunch of little sissies who don't know how to fly Spirit correctly. Yes, there's no way to fly. We're gonna go Aiders 1, 2, and 3 online. Cruise supply, nav lights come on, and then ground supply, and wait for those 3 beeps as the system reboots. And we can go ahead and start the APU after the fire test. Let me move my microphone a little closer. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Beep, beep, beep. Alright, 1, 1. PVR test. All working. We're gonna get the APU test running. I don't know if you guys see this, but yeah, the contrast is a little different. I might need to adjust the brightness here a little bit, but it looks a lot different. We're gonna get the APU fired up, and this is the one thing I do not like. They changed the APU. They changed the sound of the packs from the outside. If we're sitting in this camera view, you're not gonna hear the classic high-pitched whistle anymore. They changed it. It's not accurate. I don't know. Maybe either I haven't flown on an Airbus since such a long time. I don't remember what it sounds like. Actually, wait, hold on. No, hold on. To heck with it. I do know what an Airbus sounds like. I just flew one like a few months ago. 100% I know what its one sounds like. I'll have you guys listen. You guys know how an Airbus, when like the APU is on and you're boarding, it's like a very distinct sound. Very distinct high-pitched sound. You're gonna... Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay. It's a very distinct sound for an APU, and they supposedly made it more accurate because somebody had to rework the sounds. And it's not accurate. It's not at all. Let me adjust this camera, because this camera is so stupid. Hold on. I know, like 65. Come on. Right there. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, we are actually connected to VATSIM right now, so let me just check to see if there's actually anybody here. Yeah, we're gonna actually attach the tug now. Why not? We're squawking 5643. 5643. Not yet. Hold on. 1. That's off. This actually doesn't turn off anymore. The GPS doesn't turn on. I'm gonna open that up. And by the way, so here's another cool thing they did. Okay. Yeah, we're the only one in O'Hare right now. There was an American that departed like 5 minutes ago, going to Jackson Hole, 319, but yeah, we're the only ones in O'Hare. There are 2 aircraft in Midway. One is a 330, an A330-900, and the other one's a private jet. Interesting. Okay, so the sounds here. Hear that difference? Yeah. Alright, APU is actually ready. We're gonna fire that up and hear this inaccurate monstrosity. And actually, while we're waiting, we should probably get started with this because you know, we don't want to be late. We got about, what, 25 minutes left to go. Everyone's boarding. Fueling's in position, so nice. We're gonna go over here. Edit request. We're gonna type in NKS1. We are Spirit Wings Flight 1 today. Never seen this airport code before. Okay, looking at our OFP. Actually, we should resend the load sheet real quick. OFP, we got cost index of 40 and cruise of 33,000. So 40 on the cost and flight level 330. Now, the pegs do sound good over here. I hear a little bit of a faint whistling in the background, but it sounds all right, you know, like sounds exactly how it's supposed to. But again, like the only thing that I don't like is this. Like, okay, I remember somebody from Phoenix saying that the current aircraft is modeled after a very old version. So maybe the sound I'm hearing now, this one, is based off of the newer aircraft. Because I don't know, I've always heard it to be the other one. I'll turn it on in cruise, I'll turn a video on of mine, and you guys will definitely be able to hear a difference. 27.51 here. But the pack sounds that you hear right now are not accurate. 29.1, that is not how much we have to take last time. And then our alternate, we'll accept that. What was our alternate? Alternate was 6.4. If you guys are just tuning in, we're already complaining about the Fenix BFU. These pack sounds don't sound like an actual aircraft. They have a very distinct high pitch that I am very familiar with. Believe me, if there's anybody who knows anything about Airbus sounds, it's me. Like, honestly, I fly like 40% actually 70% of what I fly for is the sounds, honestly. Like, I will always complain if I don't sit like at the wing or in front. Like, I hate sitting in the back. The views are good, nevertheless, but the sounds start over here. Okay? This is where the sounds start. This is so feeling they are. Alright, so I'll be one to complain about the sounds. Believe me. And I know my shit. Don't worry about it. I know it. Alright? I'm not a random guy question. Okay, we're about actually like 33% done. We should probably get started with this one more time, and we'll go over to the routing. Taking 10 left. That's a long flight plan. Alright. Good thing we got SimBrief importing. Alright, KORD, departing runway 10 left. No SID. What we are going to do is we're going to hop over here. Turn the VORs on and the constraints as well. We're going to have it like this. And then from there, it's going to be direct to Dent, correct? Yes, it is. That's the waypoint I've never flown direct to from out here. That's going to look like that. Oh, how beautiful. Look at that. And actually, we're going to hand fly around for a while here. It's gonna be fun. Moving through here, notice continuities he adds. Up until we get to Fort Lauderdale. In Fort Lauderdale, we have runway 28 right. The winds are actually coming in from the west, so we're landing west here. So actually, as long as that doesn't change, that would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So Tiki 3, and then the Zeppelin arrival. 28 right. Tiki 3, and Zeppelin transition. I hate when Phoenix does this. Like, I can't. No, I can't. There we go. See? Only now can I move down, and I still have like another page of transitions. And that's not a transition, is it? What about from over here? No, that's not it. Like, I know for sure there's another page to this. There we go. Yeah, see? There it is. It's another thing nobody's pointed out. Alright, looking through the flight plan real quick. We got GPS primary. Zoom out of here a little bit. Alright, this is going to be fun. I think this is going to be a very fun flight. We're looking through, over to RadNav. Everything's good here. Back over here, we're going to go KFLL. KFLL. KF double hockey sticks. And then over here, the departure out of O'Hare. We're always flying, we're going to fly at about 200 max before we clear to another altitude. Progress. Oh, no, hold on. Performance. We're gonna quickly fill this in with the numbers we have right now for the departure. Resync the weather. We are at 3008, the altimeter. 3008. Pretty high pressure right now. Let's see. Temperature 26, dew point 21. Okay, so 5. Probably lowest cloud level about 2,000. About 2,000 feet, the lowest. And that seems about right. Let's go ahead and take a look. If we look at the weather, okay, yeah, see, it's, so what I learned actually, if you take the temperature and the dew point and find the difference between them, so 5, multiply that by 400, the minimum cloud level should be only 2,000 feet, because 5, the difference between the temperature and the dew point, 5 times 400 is 2,000. That's gonna be your minimum ceiling of the clouds. I haven't actually got a chance to apply this over time, but it seems to be pretty accurate so far. So looking at, what is it gonna give us? Optimum, that is a, jeez, bro. Alright, you know what? We might as well toga, packs off out of here. How about that? Still same thing. What if we do flap to, hold on. Okay, optimum flaps, packs on. And what if we do toga out of here? Actually no, it should be fine. View intersection. I think we did fix this. Add custom. Yeah, I would have no idea how much. Okay. Never mind. It seems good. Yeah, stop margin of only about 1,000 feet. That's the thing that concerns me right here. That we only have about 1,000 feet to go if we have to reject at the very latest. I don't like these V speeds, but we'll send him over for now. We'll have to deal with it, I guess. Alright, then moving over to secondary flight plan. We're gonna go KORD. Back to KORD. And in case of an emergency, we're gonna come around. We're gonna take 10 right, just to avoid all traffic. We're gonna take the visual 10 right. Doesn't matter, Zulu. Sure. The performance, we're gonna hop over here real quick. They're all done fueling, right? How are they not done fueling yet? What are we at? Oh, we're nowhere. Okay, we're almost done. It's a long fueling process. And then over to approach 30.08, the freedom unit up here. I think that's the, yeah, that's the right one. Okay. And then for temperature, we set to 6. What were the winds at? I didn't see what the winds. 0.50 at 6. At 6. That should be all good. And then we need fixes because O'Hare is O'Hare, and we do have a few fixes we need to take care of. So over the chart, where we need to quickly star. So we're gonna quickly start the O'Hare 8, and then the parking gates. Okay. So let's take a look where we are. So parking gate, we are standing right over here at Gulf 10. And taxi should be pretty straightforward. Like, we're right here. Just gonna taxi Alpha 10 November Delta Delta. And then for the O'Hare departure, top altitude of, I believe, 5,000 it is. Take a look. That is correct, 5,000 the top. So we'll put 5,000 in here. And then the rings, we have one at 5 miles for 3,000 and 8 miles for 4,000. So we're gonna go ahead, hop in here, go over to fix info. The VOR, where the fixes, is GCO, and the radius of 5. We're gonna round down just to be safe at 3,000. Next one, also GCO. I couldn't find it for a second. And this one's at 8 miles. This one's at 4,000 feet. It's a little too high, but we'll take that. And it should be in here. Here we are. Alright. I think we're all ready to go aside from fueling. I've been, oh, and the freaking bags, man. Still gotta get bags done. Alright, you know what? We're gonna close up this door because I'm lagging like crazy. Maybe it's just GSX, I don't know. We're gonna disconnect the external power. We're gonna quickly pop over to here. Alright, so let's quickly brief ourselves. on what we're doing. We can go ahead, actually, can we hide this? No, we can't. Oh, hold on, I forgot, this is one of these liveries that have this, hold on. Yeah, there we go. This one also? Or... no, it's just captain's side. Alright, so real quickly, under departure, Gent. Yeah, I've never actually flown to this one before. Looking over back to Fort Lauderdale, let's take a look at what they have us doing here. So the Tiki 3, yep, Cass is coming in through this way. So over at Tampa, I think that's Tampa. Is that Tampa? Yeah, so Zeppelin has us coming over at Tampa, down to Fetter, and then connecting up at Figna. Coming through, there's gonna be Fort Myers Airport right here, near Dana, and then Tiki, Banty, Hayes, and then from Hayes, we're not gonna go to Bunker unless the winds change for the 10 left and 10 right. If the winds stay coming in, if the winds continue coming in from the west, we're gonna disconnect from Hayes over to Goyle, and then to Bamba at 6,000, and then from there the ILS or 28 right is gonna be like this. So coming in through, we're gonna direct ourselves to Fuzzy and then straight in, and then no abnormal procedure, right? Just localize it for the glide slope, in case the glide slope is out, and then the ILS. Fueling, are we done? We're all done with fueling. What's my bill? Hold on, I want to see what my bill is. What's that again? $9,000, bro. Alright, so here's one thing that I also think we can probably fix. This is a little bug that I'm reporting. So, as I move through the cabin, the packs don't seem to work. Like, they only turn on, like, once I move through. And that's fine, because I understand if you guys are, like, saving, like, computing power, right? If you guys are, like, if Fenix is, like, turning them off so it don't cause lag. I get that. But maybe have it turn on a little faster, maybe. You know, refueling is complete. We're gonna go ahead and pop the seatbelts on and the fuel pumps. And the fuel pumps, they did not change a thing. After how many times have I complained about the fuel pumps? They did not change a thing. And that's fine. I'm definitely not gonna look up their address and dox them. No, I'm kidding. No, I would never do that. I would never do that. We still have bags to go. And I believe, yes. Okay, we're going to have a quick load. We're going to have one of these. I think that they are inside each other, though, right now. So I'm not sure how they're finding to load bags. I really like this tower, though. Hold on. I know for sure. Was that this camera? No. Okay, that was my 320. Okay, never mind. I really like this view right here. This one. This view is very nice. I like it. I like you. Yeah, still the APU sounds are just meh. We got 32 people tuning in before we even left. Thank you so much, you guys. It's amazing. Seriously, thank everybody for being here. It's so fun to see all you guys watching. We actually do have one more aircraft. He's going over to Fort Myers. It's American 1930. He's going to be... He's over there. So, there he is, right there. Right over there. Now, I do have one little thing that I would like to mention. Okay? Yesterday on XP71's stream, I did happen to see... Hold on, give me a second. Who is this flying? I did happen to see that XP had the new expansion for Terminal 5. And we'll take a look at that. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because I don't have... The frick was that? Because I don't have that, okay? Nobody has that. I don't know if FSDreamTeam updated their scenery again or not. Or... Well, no, hold on, because he for sure was using FSDreamTeam yesterday. But the only thing is he actually had the extension for Terminal 5. And also, there were no gates at it. So I'm guessing it was maybe default scenery from 2024 mixed in with FSDreamTeam. Because again, it was the FSDreamTeam scenery, but it was a little add-on that just added the Terminal 5 expansion. Like no interior, and no gates as well. And also that little building that's in the way was also there. Alright, boarding's all done. We're gonna go ahead and pop the beacons on so we can start our pushback and head on out of here. So we're gonna have to take a look at it later. Continue pushback. We're gonna go ahead and turn on our transponder. We're gonna face south on apron. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and start her up. Parking breakers release. We're gonna quickly cross-check this stuff right here. 153.3, 27.5. And we'll quickly go over here and just redo that. Starting this clock, let's go. Let's head out of here. Let's go down to Fort Lauderdale. We are gonna listen for the startup. We're not gonna do a single engine taxi. We got enough for both. We're gonna start engine number 1 first. Okay? And those sounds, they're coming up. The sounds are coming up right now. I like how my camera like changes color as I move my camera around. It's so fun. Starting 1. Does that sound new to you guys? That's not how it was before? They got the rumble. They got the rumble. Starting 2. Oh, and also real quickly, listen to how the dynamic sounds change. Like, you barely hear the engine from the side. Starting 1, starting 2. That is 2 amazing starts to bring those sounds down just a little bit, just so you guys can hear me. We're gonna go start it back to normal. We're gonna go flaps 2. Here come the packs. Back on. And we're gonna go trim. trim was what? Hold on. Oh, we gotta redo this. Hold on. We're gonna go back to O'Hare here. Quickly pop this up. While we're waiting for that to load. Hello. There we go. We're gonna go back over here. Resync the final load sheet. Yeah, that changed. Okay, up 0.7. That's the only thing that changed. We're gonna do flex. Okay, I'm a little scared to flex out of here, but I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine with the flex temperature. So what, 48 degrees? Okay, yeah, again, these V speeds really scare me. Alright. Okay. Taxi. So we're looking at runway 10 left. It's going to be straight out of here. To the left. Alpha 10. November Delta Delta. Easy and simple. We're going to go taxi light. And runway turn off light. And we're going to go ahead and turn off the APU. Alright, flight control test. We're going to go full left. Full right. This is very important. Full down. Full up. Full right rudder. Neutral on the vertical. And full left rudder. And we're all set. Zoom in here a little bit. We're going to go ahead and turn on predictive wind shear. Turn on multi-scan. And test the takeoff config. Auto brake armed. Spoilers max. And cabin we'll check in a second. Let's get it rolling. Parking brake. Oh my gosh, the frames are dying right now. Like, actually. I actually have no idea why they're dying so bad. We're just gonna quickly move out of the ramp area, and then we're gonna juice her up again. Alright. So left turn here, we're looking for Alpha 15 on the old scenery. We're taking it nice and slow. We're not rushing into anything. There's a left-hand turn right here. By the way, they also updated the ground handling. I think specifically with the tiller. Spool them. Come on. Moving. I'll tell you, the engines definitely sound better. 100%. Okay, there's gonna be a right turn over here. Well, I wish I had like a turn signal or something. So a right turn. There we go. Staying on center line. And another right turn over here. This is November. Cabin is secure for takeoff. I didn't even hear it. Spool them. Last sentence needs for takeoff. Back down to idle. Bring her back to center line right here. Okay, honestly, let me tell you guys. This plane, like, actually runs, like, really fast. I think it's because I'm a 321 and also because I'm heavy that this plane is not running for me. Because this plane moves really well on idle thrust. Now, again, it's not like running really hard. And again, it's because I'm probably really heavy aircraft. And I'm really happy about that I'm not, you know, speeding or accelerating without me wanting to. I'll turn that on real quick. Oh, it's TCAS. But yeah, the IAEs are very, and actually, you know what? V1 switched me. IAEs are now my favorite engine variant for the 321. All right, I'm officially back down to the same amount of frames I had on my parents' computer before. Because I literally have no idea why. Anybody who knows why? Because like about a month ago, I randomly started having stutters. No update whatsoever. Nothing with my hardware. Literally for no apparent reason. I just started having stutters. This next one is Delta Delta. So we're gonna go ahead and park it right there. And looking around. It should be all good, okay. O'Hare traffic, Spirit Wings flight 1, departing runway 10 left. I'm gonna make sure those sounds are up and running. Sounds are nice and high. Let's enjoy this takeoff here. Slower down. This is our turn. This is Delta Delta. I'm gonna quickly hit these lights as soon as we get on the runway. Left hand turn. I'm gonna zoom in here a little bit. I'm gonna quickly turn these lights on as we line up. And here we go. Fuel them up. Start the clock. Manflex SRS runway auto thrust blue. $80 knots. 100. Speed check. $140. V1. Rotate. Just in time. Gear up. And flight director, come on. Naving. Your left hand turn. Autopilot. And lever climb. Are we not climbing? Is this aircraft dumb or something? Wow, Jesus Christ, the lag. No idea why. Why is it not following the flight plan? Oh, because the entire thing is lagging, that's what it is. The PFD is purely broken. The navigation display is broken, that's what it is. Why? Why is it so laggy? I literally do not get it. The thing is, I'm gonna have to spend more money to upgrade this. This PFD is completely broken. We're gonna clear the speed restriction. Flaps up. And up to 15,000 to go. This on the spoilers? Alright, what's the problem now, huh? There we go. Now the light clears up, and my question is why? Alright, Chicago, we're out of here. There's Midway. I think Midway Tower is online, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, tower and ground, actually. Are there any aircraft, like, actually on the ground? Yeah, there's an American right over here. I have no idea why. It's a 320 Neo going over to Orlando. He's lining up. All right. All right, now it's completely fine. We're gonna zoom out, and we're gonna head up to 33,000. 33,000. There's the broken clouds moving in. Here's where the photogrammetry completely ends for Chicago. And there's downtown in the distance. Alright, off to sunny Florida. 10,000 feet, lights can come off. And so, actually, hold on, I want to see something. Yeah, so now the weather works. I forgot. I got a little bit of weather radar. Actually, we're gonna keep it like this. Well, what if it's small? Yeah, we're gonna keep it like that. Alright, and off to Florida we go. Here's the last of Chicago. And actually, you can't even call this Chicago. This is like South Chicago now. There's that quarry of mine that I always like, 294, where it actually ends and just becomes 90, I believe. Or no, hold on, that's further on. Actually, no, hold on, that is right here. And actually, even over, so first of all, these clouds, come on. Back to ultra clouds, wow. Actually, we go over here. This sounds pretty accurate. They really nailed the engine sounds here. Let me real quickly take a look at something because I don't know how bad this stream actually is. Might have to reconnect my software. Give me a second, guys. Okay, no, it seems fine. What's the town? What's this little town called? Oh, it's Kankakee. Back here. Very nice. Kankakee? I don't know. We were supposed to be standing for a while now. cruise, and sleepers can come off. One two eight 225. Yo, Nate, what's up, man? Just hopped in. We're just reached cruise, and actually, Indy Center contacted me as well. So good on that. I'm trying to figure out exactly what's causing all my stutters, like especially like on the ground and stuff. So I flew in and out of Fort Lauderdale yesterday. It's not, so it's probably airports. like it's pretty heavy scenery that load on the GPU. So I'm trying to figure out a way to like maybe upgrade or something. I don't know. Cause when I had the FPS thing over here, it was telling me main thread limited. So that's Phoenix taking up a lot of the CPU. But then when I load into Fort Lauderdale, which by the way, Fort Lauderdale is a very low usage airport. Like it's a very pretty basic scenery. It was very good. So we're gonna have to take a look. Actually, Atlanta Center is also gonna be online. 132.907. 75.
Roger, you're about to enter Cleveland airspace. The frequency change approved. Have a good day. Yeah.
Indianapolis Center, Spirit Wings 1, flight level 330.
Spirit Wings 1, Indianapolis Center. Good afternoon, correction, good morning.
I just got off the Fenix 320 in real life. Oh, the real life Fenix 320. Hold on. Guys, look at this. Look at this little baby. Nathan? Someone's coming to see you. Somebody's coming to see you. The Fenix 321. Is that was your flight from Philadelphia to Boston, right? They really took a 321 for that? And I mean, your flight wasn't laggy, right? Your IRL 321 wasn't laggy like mine, was it? So here's some prime issues to why I might be getting lag. So stutters during here, let's take a look. Yes, my stutters mainly happen on the ground in heavier airports. My GPU is to be able to handle them fine. I cannot spell. Able to handle them fine until, like I said a month ago, where it started having problems. With crisp, no stutters at all. Dang, lucky. Then flight camp at Boston looks pretty great in Lauderdale too. Dang. It was all American, right? Let's see. What else? Does live weather really impact my frames that much? I can handle ultra clouds like nothing. Got it. Thanks for the detail. That helps narrow down significantly. You're seeing your ground stutters at large airports despite your GPU handling ultra clouds fine. The cruise is smooth and confirms your hardware is much more than capable. Sudden drop at big airport is very likely tied to a CPU thread or asset streaming issue rather than raw GPU muscle. Let's break it down. 321 Neo, Phoenix. Americans Neo. And then another 321 from Philadelphia to Boston. Really? They fly 321s? Is this such a poor flight? I'm surprised. Scenery, same object streaming, terminal clutter, jetway, ground. Glass cockpit refresh rate. AI traffic spawning, pathing, rain, object LD. I gotta take a look because my KFLL scenery didn't give me problems yesterday. Didn't give me has many problems yesterday. KFLL scenery doesn't have interior. Didn't give me as many problems yesterday as KRSW. New scenery and does have interior. I didn't stream yesterday. I'm streaming right now, and on takeoff from Chicago, my PC looked like the old one I used back 5 years ago. Streaming taking off from Detail Airport, and the PC starts acting like it's from 2018. Oh, that's funny. He's got humor. This is a funny guy, man. This is a funny guy. CPU heavy aircraft, yes. Scenery with interior. OBS streaming running concurrently. Probably live weather or traffic on. Oh, also, hold on. One more thing. Also, yes, I use live weather, but absolutely no AI traffic. Only traffic injected by VATSIM, and even then, maybe 2 to 5 aircraft on the ground at a time. Let's give it like 1 to 3. Let's see what it tells me about this, huh? Streaming is a very big performance killer, not weather, not GPU. Here's why. Alright, so that OBS encoder, so what would that look like?
Indianapolis Center, good day. American 8279 at flight level 390, inbound to Swamp.
American 8279, Indianapolis, good morning.
So again, you don't think this is a Phoenix / CPU problem? Might just be a lot of vectors and textures and scenery loading. Okay, so yes, Phoenix is a CPU heavy, yes, but you don't have issues in cruise, and your CPU is modern and strong. Not a weak link. Good to hear, good to hear. Next, 4060 is also not struggling under ultra clouds, so weather isn't the issue. Flutters only occur on ground at heavy airports, and only recently when you also started or resumed streaming. Add-on airports often include full interiors, tons of static clutter, custom textures. There are draw call heavy, and slow to stream in, especially when combined with live weather injection, photogrammetry, Phoenix's backgrounds. In short, you're not CPU bottleneck in the traditional sense, you're threat contention bottleneck. Meaning many tasks are trying to use the same core resources. MSFS main thread, stream encoder, Phoenix background logic, scenery vectors. Alright, so I have a few things to try. Not sure, where are we right now? I want to know. About over Kentucky right now. Okay, so if you look at my settings real quickly, over to graphics. Well, I go down over here. Could lower this real quick. Off-screen terrain caching. What if we lower this? Terrain vector data. Ultra. What if we lower this down to high? Then object level detail 120. Terrain level detail 170. Refresh rate low. Lens flare off. Depth of field. Bloom. Light shafts. Contact shadows, terrain, water wave. Okay, let's try this. Let's see what that did. Still looks the same, so I think that was a good move in the right direction. Beanie Baby, hey, I'm starting out my stream. Gonna be spicy approach Lisbon to Madeira. I'll see if I can hop on. Take a look for that landing. Thank you for being here, by the way, man. We're just trying to figure out how to avoid stutters. And actually, real quick, I might cut the stream for a second just to fix the encoding. So, one sec. It should be back up. Okay. My plane stutters too. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out exactly what's happening. Because, listen, I did not have stutters at all up until about a month ago. Stream at 11 a.m. I'll try to tune in, alright, man? Even if for a second. Alright, 1 second. I selected the wrong one. Again. Alright, should be back up. Don't know how to fix. So we're looking through a bunch of other things. First of all, I think what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to try to debug your system. So that's what I've been doing for the past few times. And that just basically means like find out what's wrong. So if you look on, if I bring up my... If I do this, control panel, CPU's at 30% right now. Okay, 50%, around 40% average, and then it's 80% for GPU. All right, it's not terrible, but it holds up. Look, I have perfect frames up here. Okay, I got perfect frames up at cruise. Okay, cruise is absolutely amazing right now. The ground, I'm getting 20 FPS. Or worse. I don't know if you want to skip back, but on takeoff I had maybe like 5. Like it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. So I've concurred. I'm gonna try something else right here. My frames drop on the ground. Yeah, same thing.
United 2203, you piloted from O'Hare to Vegas. Spirit Wings 1 Atlanta Center just told me that they're closing in 5 minutes. Frequency change to advisory is approved through radar service terminated.
Say again for Spirit Flight 1.
Frequency change to advisory is approved. Atlanta's closing.
Frequency over to advisory. Atlanta's closing. Thank you very much, Spirit Wings 1. Actually, we're gonna go to Atlanta for a second. Just to see what's up. Atlanta Center, Spirit Wings Flight 1. Flight level 330.
That's Spirit Wings 1, center's closing, return to Unicom.
Over to Unicom, Spirit Wings 1. Center is closing, return to Unicom.
7931, flight 360, vector for your approach. 360, vector.
122.8, here we go. I was up until 3 a.m. and just woke up 45 minutes ago at 10. And my question is why, man? Just go to bed, man. Like, you're gonna grow up so, like, well. You're gonna get such a good rest if you just go to bed early. Like, why do you stay up, man? Like, it's just basically killing yourself slowly. Where are we right now? Heading... We're gonna be over Nashville in a little bit. Actually, Nashville is gonna be off to our right-hand side in that direction. There it is. I was watching a tsunami in Hawaii. Ah. I heard something about that. Was it bad? Okay, so ChatGPT, hold on. I believe they dodged a major bullet. Biggest waves were measured at 5. Oh, jeez, bro. Okay, so listen up. So this is gonna be about. This is about Phoenix stuff. So I have a few settings right over here. Top 2 are not checked. Display sync is checked. So what does that mean? So we're looking at use alternative display, okay? What does it do? It enables a more efficient display rendering engine for Phoenix cockpit displays. Performance impact can reduce CPU load and increase smoothness. Okay. Especially when the multiple displays are active. Okay, turn this on. For CPU rendering, what it does forces the display to render on CPU instead of GPU. Performance impact not recommended for your setup. This adds CPU load, and I'm supposed to already leave this off. Okay. And then display sync. What it does, synchronizes the cockpit display refresh rate with sim frame rate. Right. Prevents staring, stuttering in displays. So performance impact, slight hits to performance in some cases, especially if FPS is unstable or low. So we're gonna turn it off. Okay. Does the cockpit display affect my monitor in any way, or do you mean tearing? Oh, come on, bro. In the PFD and ND type shit. I don't know. Great question. Yes, they mentioned tearing specifically in the Phoenix virtual cockpit. What the frick is that supposed to mean, tearing in a virtual cockpit? What the hell, bro? Affects how the cockpit instruments. Does not control monitor VSync. You get flickering or tearing inside, especially during turns or updates. Slight lag or desync and how quickly. Okay, so you know what? Let's try it with dang it. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna go ahead and try it like that. I hope it's not gonna, okay. Okay, so this setting will be applied during the next flight. Got it. Sounds good. Okay, if this is tearing on that side. What? Wait, hold on. So, screen. Okay, screen tearing in the Fenix cockpit. It's a virtual cockpit. Shouldn't I not care about tearing? Yes, it can be annoying, but it's not gonna affect my frames, right? There's the water already coming up. The southeast coast are gonna be flying over Atlanta shortly. I don't know what the freaking hell it was looking for. No idea what I was looking for there. My bad. Oh, okay. I remember what I was gonna do. So, XP72 last night had okay. Shut up. Last night, XP72 had an MSFS scenery. It was the same scenery as FSDreamTeam. If you take a look over here, this is FSDreamTeam scenery. And if you skip forward to takeoff, if you take a look, what do you know? Huh? The hell is this? That's a terminal extension, isn't it? My question is, where can I get it? Where can I get it? Now, the only thing that I didn't notice, though, is that this part was still here. So this is definitely FSDreamTeam. This part was still here. All of this clutter was still here. So somebody definitely just like scanned it in and then added it into the simulator. 100% that's what happened. Again, there's no gates here. So, like, yeah, where is it? Now, if I look up, now if I go, let's go ChatGPT or something. Yesterday, I was watching a flight simmer fly out of Chicago O'Hare. He had the same scenery that everyone else has, made by FSDreamTeam. They do not have the new expansion to Terminal 5. The new expansion that was done to O'Hare's Terminal 5 IRL in the sim. Yesterday, I saw it in his stream. It might be paid scenery mixed with default MSFS 2024 scenery. Because some buildings were still in the way of the new terminal. Where can I get it? Alright, let's see if this gives us. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Will there be an extension at Terminal 5 in FSDreamTeam scenery? Major Lightfoot has opened up in yesterday's official. Oh, Mayor Lightfoot. Oh, okay. Screw that lady, bro. She's not even the mayor anymore. Uh-huh. Alright, well, I'm back to being upset. How does that ship so bad? No way we've only been up in the air for about an hour. It's impossible. That is actually impossible. Hold on. Okay, so another thing we're gonna have to keep looking out for are the winds in Fort Lauderdale, because remember, they were having us go to the they were having us go to the 2-8. Check up on the winds. What are they favoring? Winds still favoring 2-8, right? Really? Wow, I have never seen it before. I have never actually seen that before. Okay, so in real life, how are they doing it in real life in Fort Lauderdale? Let's take a look, shall we? Okay, so real life, they are landing the 10 left and 10 right. So I'm extremely confused. Because if we look at weather information, the wind is still out as 2.5. Yeah, so in real life, they're still landing the 10 left and right. So I'm not sure what they're doing there before Lauderdale. Bless you. All right, we're now over the peninsula of Florida. Finally, we're over Florida. After how long? How many hours of flying? About hour 40 of flying. We're finally over the peninsula. We're gonna be starting our descent very, very shortly. In about 20 minutes. All right, Tampa is coming up shortly. We're up on this side right here. Hey, Airborne, yeah, I saw it for a second. I don't know what happened to your previous stream. Did it like crash or something? We're about to start a descent very, very shortly. Alright, Tampa is gonna be up ahead actually. Yeah, the Hawaii one, it crashed when my Wi-Fi turned off. Ah, no, the Newark one. I was looking at the one we were flying out of Newark with. That's the one I saw. We're gonna turn this back to constraints. Actually, let's keep it here. I also afford that one. If you look at the closing my plane turned off 3 separate times while I was lining up and I went to VATSIM. Yeah, that's what I saw at least. Go tell it to the controller. Might not do them, but they are there. Alright, Tampa is going to be... Of course it's cloudy here. There's Tampa. Beautiful, beautiful Tampa, Florida.
Girls using my gun. That's actually sad. Bro, go get a job, bro. You're 30 years old. And your name is Ronald McDonald. Actually, get a job. Bro, definitely has 10,000 points per down. That. Is that funny? That's funny. Yeah, look at that.
Okay, winds, Fort Lauderdale. Still exactly the same. Not refreshing, so I guess we're landing west. We're landing west. There's Tampa, Florida. Raymond James Stadium. And the Malley Arena. And Tropicana Center is here too, but it's like over there. For some reason. Alright, so on descent. What are we looking for? My bad. I'm doing a giveaway in my next stream. Should I give away $5 or $10 Sim Market gift card? So the thing is, I don't think $5. Like, I'm not telling you to spend my money, but I don't think $5 is gonna get anybody anything. Unless you want to do like one of those things that like that'll help somebody get like a discount. Then if you want $5, do $5. If you want 10, because $10 can probably get you like a small airport or something, for sure. Someone just voted on my poll. I posted on my stream that I will not grease the landing. All right. Well, let's hope you do, man. Good luck. There's Sarasota. There's Sarasota. Oh, beautiful Florida coming into view, huh? Alright. So, from descent, what are we looking at? Still 1606. 5 minutes to descent. We're gonna go down immediately to 230. Let's go ahead and look at our charts. We can get familiarized with what's going on. So the Tiki 3. My question is, should we take 28 right or 28 left? Because I know people land 28 right as 28 left as well. Approach, we can take. They do have ILS 28 left. Let's take a look. Although no, it's a hill, so we probably would not want to do that. So no, we're not gonna do 28 left. We're gonna do 28 right. Stick with 28 right. So the approach is gonna take us up through here. I think we could probably area. Figna below 31,000. Jaspo 26. We're gonna go down to 23,000. There's Sarasota loading in. All right, top of the sun coming up, and oh, I was looking at this. That's a stutter. Come on. Wow. Wow, what the heck was that, bro? That because of like Fort Lauderdale. Oh no, it's because Punta Gorda is loading in. Like a freaking Punta Gorda loaded in. This is my beautiful future hometown of Fort Myers, Florida. Northport, Florida. Right here, in this area right here. Future home. Yo, Alice, what's up, man? We're just about to start descent into Fort Lauderdale. You know, just cruising over my future home of Northport. Hopefully not in the near future. I like Chicago. I don't know. We are getting a few stutters, and that's because I think Punta Gorda loaded in. Not a big airport, but still. A few stutters. We flew over Tampa, and top of descent actually. We can probably touch it in like a minute or so. I was still looking at the descent data. We're going down to 23,000. It's still uncontrolled, unfortunately. There is approach for Fort Myers, but no ATC, and actually nobody flying in to Fort Lauderdale. If I take a look, I am the only one on the VATSIM radar right now who has Fort Lauderdale as a destination. Nobody departing, nobody on the ground. I'm the only one ever right now who has Fort Lauderdale. It's really, really lonely. And no ATC there either. You know, Miami's kind of stacked, so I would imagine Miami approach hops on, and I can have some there. But no, I can't have anything nice anymore. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, take on top of the sand. Seatbelts come on. And there they go. Also, one thing, so with this update, right? Very nice update, absolutely enjoy it. I don't know if you can, I don't know if you noticed, but when you're a cruise and you sit like in the front, you can still kind of hear it, like the engine roar a little bit. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. I don't know if that's what happens in real life. But aside from all of that, I really enjoy this update. One thing though, okay, two things. One, they did not really fix the fuel pumps, which I think they still could have done a better job. And I mean, that's just my personal bias. But number two, and I think most people can agree with this, the sound that the APU packs make, the sound that the APU packs make when they're on the ground when it's running, they, for some reason, changed it to a sound that I'm not familiar with. Like, I know exactly, if you look up, like, or even hop into the old Fenix, like from a week ago, and listen to the APU running on the ground, like, you know, with the APU bleed on, you're gonna have a very distinct sound, and they completely butchered it. I don't know what they did, but it is not accurate. And again, I'm one who knows sounds. Like, I'm that one. I'm the one who I'm one who knows with sound. They remap all the sounds. Should be almost 1-to-1. Yeah, they can say that, and everybody else can say that, but I'm gonna look at you guys like, nah, believe me, I know exactly what I'm talking about outside the cabin. So they did a very good job with the packs in here. I'm talking about like when you're in this camera right here, like if you're like outside and they have the packs running with the APU bleed, it doesn't sound like it used to, and it doesn't sound like it's supposed to. Like the way that I had it before was how it sounds. You can go to any video of like me or somebody else boarding a plane or doing a walk around around the 320. You're gonna hear the APU, and it's not what it sounds like. 26,000. We're gonna go down to 12,000 down in Tiki. 12,000. And then approach data, we're gonna go ahead and hop over here. So winds all day have been favoring the 2.8. And now it decides to switch. Alright. Now it decides to switch. All day it's been favoring runway 28 right and 28 left. And now it decides to go to 12. So I guess we are actually gonna switch runways in at the very end. So 10 right. And actually the funny thing is, even like even though the winds were coming out of 250, I'm gonna go direct to Dana. Even though the winds were coming in from 250, real life Fort Lauderdale was still landing east with tailwind. I do not know why, but I guess it's just customary. Because I've seen planes land on 28 right and 28 left. Like I've taken off from 28 left myself, about 5 or so years ago. But I don't know, something about that was weird. I guess again, I didn't believe it's dynamic, so well temp affects pitch of the pack sound, I believe. Maybe, but I've been flying in warm weather because I have been flying out of pretty warm weather. But I'll have to try it out in like maybe like Canada or something. I don't think the temperature should affect anything. I don't think it should. Although that did get me thinking a little bit. Alright, here's the profile coming down. And then Tiki at 12,000. From there, we're going to go down to bunker at 5. Alright. Down, back through here. 30. Oh, wait. Freedom units. Temperature. 32, 120 at 8. 120 at 8. Temperature 32. And the barrow for... Oh, no. Barrow. Oh, yeah. Now I forgot. I'm going to have to pin this. And every single time I'm going to be coming back into this window, it's going to bring up to it right. Like every time I back out. Because that's what I had on my sim brief thing. Actually, now it doesn't do that. Oh, no. Every time I back out of the app and then go back in. What? Okay, this plane is actually listening to me, because every single time that I have a runway plan a sim brief and I change it mid-flight, it keeps bringing it back up, and now is the only time it doesn't. So what if we do like something like click around, okay, back to here, Fort Lauderdale. Really? So they actually finally fixed it. Okay, so they might have actually fixed it. Hello. Okay, so 264, the barrow here. I don't know what I'm doing up there. That's definitely not me up there. Then 21,000. We said 3008 was the altimeter, correct? Ooh, I do like the new cockpit sounds though. Definitely really, really well made. Now the only thing is I can't wait for their Neos to come out. That's the one thing that I'm still waiting for is the Neos. That's gonna be so much fun. Because I absolutely know that Fenix is gonna nail the sound with that. And I also can't wait for their for the system depth, because they're not gonna be a part of ProSim anymore for their eCams. So it'll be a lot of fun to try it out, test around. Okay, so for parking, we're gonna take. I've already predetermined this a while ago. I'm gonna go to ground shots parking gates. We are gonna take, and this is not even a question. We're gonna take Gulf 14. That's what we're taking. That's what I flew out last time I was in Fort Lauderdale, and that's where I'm gonna park it. Cause I don't know why the frick not, man. Although last time I flew into Fort Lauderdale, I flew into Foxtrot 8. So I don't know. Don't know what I want to do. We're gonna go Gulf 14, cause why not? You know, simple taxi, just like up through here, Juliet, Hotel 5, Tango 8. Now I keep forgetting though, when you're taxiing in, because flow is going that way, right? So my question is, am I gonna have to take November Tango 7 and then join the flow going south this way, just so like I won't be in the way of the people taxiing on Tango 8? Well, I'll probably take Hotel 5 Tango 8, November Tango 7 Tango to go 14. I think that's how you would properly do it. Yeah, that is how you properly do it. Alright, full standard 3008, same as O'Hare, pretty much. Zooming in here, what are we at? Almost at 12,000. We're gonna go down to 5,000. Down in bunker. And then everything in here is already done. So we're just gonna go over here. What's up? Alright. We're 12,000. We're doing good on speed, actually. Not too high, not too low. Photogrammetry finally loading in. Little bit of lag here coming in. Okay, so weather radar should work. I don't know if it's gonna paint it right now because there's nothing there. Yeah, there's nothing there right now. There was some stuff like in Naples, but we already passed that. So, thankfully, no rain coming down into. Yo, Beanie Baby, what's up, man? New back for the landing. 12,000 feet back for landing. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. I like muted my microphone and then immediately unmuted it back, so I started freaking out. Ah, okay. So coming up at a bunker, then at 12,000. No weather in mid-air. Smooth landing. Good landing overall. Alright, here we go. There's the shoreline already. Fort Lauderdale, I believe, is right. I believe that's it right there, actually. Hopefully I'm not mistaken. I forgot that this airplane has the... Hello? Has the minion eyes. They're so small and cute. Yeah, this is like average Fort Lauderdale clouds. I have not landed yet. Ooh, alright. Is that a long flight? Bit of a longer one? Alright, speed profile is doing good. We're coming down ourselves because this plane still about an hour out. Oh, okay. I'll be able to catch it afterwards. So, speed profile is coming down. I've had a little problem with the speed doing a test flight yesterday. I don't know why. But, speed seems to be good with 250 for now. Oh, because of restriction. Okay. There's 10,000 coming through. Lights are going to come on. And any second now. Come on. Oh, because there's a 10,000 feet restriction here. There we go. Now down to 7,000. You know what? I'm starting to think that's not Fort Lauderdale. I don't know why. There's 10,000. Pop on those lights. We're gonna bring the sounds up. And we're gonna open up our recording software so we can record this landing and watch it back. Because wouldn't we want to do? Why would we not want to do that? Actually, I think last time I flew to Fort Lauderdale, I had row 30. Where is that? Row 30. This one right here. No, I had row 25. Yes. No, it was not. It was 30. It was freaking 30. Yeah, it was roll 30 that I had last time I flew into Fort Lauderdale. Nice view overall, actually. It's not even that bad. The profile coming down. We're gonna activate our landing system just so we can start watching for it. And then there is a constraint. There is discontinuity. We should be able to delete it without any problems. We'll just follow down to 3,000 and see how early we can pick up the ILS. Alright, no ATC anywhere here in Florida, which is weird. I'm still the only aircraft who has Fort Lauderdale even in their system. Chicago approach is online. Midway is stacked right now. There's 6,000. We're watching for that glide slope to come in first, probably. Okay, wait, no, that was the airport. That was the airfield in the distance. Okay, we're just flying, heading, what was that, I can't read, bro. Like 108 or 109 right now. Was she in there again? Hold on. Put it in front of the camera. A little lower? Like right there, yes. Okay. Little baby. She's about a year old, but will forever be a baby. Alright, come on, don't do that, man. Stop. Little baby girl. Alright, I know. Thank you. Go ahead, ping the cabin. Flight attendant seats for landing. The door's been closed all flight, right? Yes, good. No weather anywhere here. Very nice. There's a localizer coming in. I'm gonna zoom in here a little bit and then turn that turning back on. Localizer coming in. Hey, Lisbon to mid-air is the most flown route on VATSIM. I'm just pretending that they are all flying with me. Ooh, okay. Lisbon to mid-air, really? Madeira? How do you guys pronounce it? Madeira, Mid-Sierra? JP7, what's up, man? Just in time, man. We took off from O'Hare in the morning, Chicago O'Hare, and heading down to Fort Lauderdale. We're just about to land, man. It was just in time. After this plane had an update, a giant update. The sounds are different, systems are different. I have not mastered the new landing profile yet, so let's hope that goes smoothly. That was a lag spike. Here we go. There's a turn base for the runway. Yeah, base for the runway. There's a glide slope and the localizer. We can go ahead and arm the approach mode. Nobody behind us. There's a localizer. And glide slope coming in eventually. You know what? I'm actually going to hold at 4,000 for now. Punch that on this side. Alright, now for landing performance. What are we doing differently? Any wind updates? Nope. We're gonna use reverse low braking. Auto throttle on. How heavy are 160 165.8. 165.8. Really? We really need to use medium reverse. Alright, we'll do that then. How was the trip to Michigan? Dude, absolutely amazing. The way back, it was just like stopping by places for an entire day down in Grand Rapids, and then the drive back was just nice and smooth. I have a link down for my Instagram down in the description if you want to check it out. I've posted a few pictures from Oshkosh and stuff. There's the glide slope. Glide slope star. We're gonna go flaps 1. Once the speed starts coming down. Are we 13 miles out? It's Amaranth Bank Arena. We're the home of the Stanley Cup champions, Florida Panthers. We should be coming down. We're gonna use those auto brakes, speed brakes. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good. Speed brakes coming out. Just we can start slowing her down. Don't want to be coming in too fast. We're gonna go flaps 1. We're gonna go medium auto brake here on this bad boy. We are looking for a slowdown speed of that. Okay, we're gonna start the recording right here. Flaps 2. Speed check, speed brake. Should be good on that, I think. Flaps 2. Speed check. I was at Air Show in Wisconsin. Absolutely amazing, man. It was so much fun. I'm gonna go back next year just so I can meet the YouTubers that I didn't get to meet, because one YouTuber was only there for Tuesday and Friday. I was there on Wednesday, and one YouTuber he left like 20 minutes before I even got there, so I missed him just barely. All right, 2,000 feet. We're gonna zoom in, turn off terrain radar. All the lights are on. Gear down, flaps 3. Flaps 3, gear down, armed. There's gear down. Very nice. We're gonna turn those sim sounds way up. What is that? A school? Flaps full. There's landing speed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the landing. All good over here. All green on ECAM, gear down, auto brake, flaps full, speed brake armed, lights are all on. Let's land this puppy. Bring her down.
1,000.
I just wanted for you guys to get a chance to like watch the beautiful landing. All right, we are gonna go autopilot. My airplane. We're gonna go auto throttle as well. So completely my airplane.
400.
Bring that nose down too much. Here we go.
300. Minimum.
Continue.
200.
Let's not force her down this time.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Well, that was a force. Reversers. Spoilers. Again, I gotta really learn how to flare with this thing. Reversers off. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fort Lauderdale. Whatever the frick that landing was. Absolutely terrible. Slow down. We're gonna take this exit right here. Stop the clock. 2 hours 33 minutes from Chicago to Fort Lauderdale. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Top that off. Landing lights come off. Strobe lights come off. We'll turn it right here. And we're gonna keep her slow because this is a hill right here. And flaps up. We're gonna watch where we're going. We don't want to overrun. We're gonna turn on the APU. Let that fire up. We're gonna turn off this off, this off. Just slow her down as we come in here. Come on, slow down, slow down, slow down. Right hand turn. And we're gonna stop that recording. Hmm? No. No, not yet. No. Screen is very, very bright. The taxiways are very bright here in Fort Lauderdale for some reason. Yep. Alright, left turn here. On Gulf 18 is what we said. These are just a sensitivity that needs to be on the line, and it feels amazing. I have never touched my sensitivity. There's a gate right there, Gulf 14. And the lag's coming in, of course it is. Jeez, bro. Alright, Gulf 14. Alright, we gotta come on. This is unplayable. Lower down as we come in. Get on center line. Lower down. Good enough. Parking brake. APU bleed. Seat belts. Beacon. Engine 1 and engine 2. Alright, welcome to Fort Lauderdale. That was a horrible, horrible time. You know what's funny though? Now that the engines are off and we're at the gate, the lag stopped. My question is why? Alright. We're gonna disconnect off of VATSIM. We're gonna finish up our flight. End it. What was that landing rating? I don't even want to see, bro. It was a negative 557, bro. That was terrible. Slammed it. Absolutely slammed it. 1.13 G's. So what is this whole thing with sensitivity that people are talking about? First of all, 2 hours 33 minutes in the air. Let's take a look at what they had us at. So 2 hours 33 in the air. We were supposed to be 2 hours 37. We're actually early. We're actually early by 4 minutes, and then gate time 3 hours 5. We were about 15 minutes early on this one. I am very, very happy with that. Very happy. That's all off. That's off. These guys can come off. That can come off. All right. Everything seems like it's supposed to be. Oh, right. Of course, fuel pumps. So what I was talking about with the packs. Oh my gosh, man. Let me tell you, this is not how it's supposed to sound. 100% it's not how it's supposed to sound. I'm barely moving my mouse and it's just laggy. Okay, I'm curious then. What's causing all the lag? In developer mode. Turn that on. Apply. Exit out. I'm going to go debug. Display FPS. Oh, how beautiful. Limited by GPU, really? Okay, let's change something real quick. Graphics. What if I turn this down? Let's see what will happen. Not a big jump at all. And yeah, not a big jump at all. We're gonna just Hi. Hey baby, come here. Come here. Who you talking to? It was my mom, and then right now just my cat. I'm getting 35 francs in the sky. That's not too bad. Francs or frames? What? Hold on. What if we do that? That just completely erases everything. Okay, I see. Aha. I just completely erased the ground. I see. All right. Well, anyways, I think it's probably about time to, I don't know, end this. Whatever this is. Again, I still gotta figure out what the heck is going on. Limited by GPU now, so definitely gotta figure out with that. Thank everybody for being here. Oh, hold on. Didn't really fix anything, but I mean, we'll keep trying, alright? So thank everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time, alright?